Hey guys, you probably already know what to expect from the thumbnail and title of this video, but let me just say it. Someone destroyed my dream car, my new Lamborghini Aventador S. Are you kidding me? But let me explain. It could be anyone in the world, or at least any one of the 4 million people living in LA. But I don't think it was just a random person who did this. I think the person who did this is someone that we know. All right, I'm calling him, hopefully he picks up.
Carter, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I gotta show you something I wanna get your advice on real quick.
What happened?
All right, well let me show you.
What?
Yeah, it got completely spray painted all over.
Do you have any like video of it or security footage or whatever?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the security cameras and see.
Oh my god.
It's on the carbon fiber. It's just
Are
on.
you serious?
Yeah, they left the paint right here. I mean, what do you think? Like, what's
I'm gonna have to have my guys go through the whole car and fix everything.
I mean, what do you think a ballpark estimate would be?
50 grand? I mean, who knows? We have to see.
There are a lot of clues that I found that will point us to the person who did this, and I'm gonna need your help to figure this out. So let me start from the beginning, just 24 hours ago. All right, Liz, you ready?
Yeah, come on, I've been waiting.
All right, I got the keys. We are going out for a drive, and it's a beautiful sunny day. What better day to take the Lambo out for a nice drive? Let's go.
Can I drive it this time?
No, I think I'll drive it.
You never let me drive.
Guys, I can't let Liz drive. You know what happened last time.
Whoa, hey Liz, you gotta, oh my gosh, Liz, what is that smoke? Liz, oh my gosh, turn the car off, turn it off, what just happened?
Carter, I'm so good at driving this car. I don't know why you don't let me.
I don't know if Liz is really that good, but guys, I do want to say that I got it detailed the other day, and it's looking really nice and clean because it's been raining, so it's actually been really dirty. So that's kind of why I want to drive, because it's just so sparkly clean. You know, Liz, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this vlog style. It's been a while since I've just picked up a camera and just started filming our day, and it's really refreshing. I feel like the weather's getting nice. It's like summer is coming, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know what would be more fun?
What?
If you let me drive.
What? No, I'm not gonna let you drive. You drove last time and it was crazy.
I wish I had my own Lambo. If I had my own Lambo, I would paint it like pink and blue and be so pretty, and everyone would know that it's my Lambo.
Aha! Seems innocent enough, but in hindsight, this is very suspicious, especially now that my Lamborghini has been painted. So Liz is definitely a suspect on my list, and she will be the first one I am going to interrogate. Here are the clues and facts that I found at the scene of the crime. I woke up in the morning and I went outside to find my car completely destroyed and spray painted. This absolutely freaked me out, and I went back into the house. Both Liz and Phil were home. Near the car, I also found 2 cans of spray paint, both the same color that the car was painted, and these were definitely the ones that were used. I also found security footage of someone climbing over the fence and spray painting the car and then leaving. Let's see if we can match up these clues to any of our suspects. In better news, Team Raw is having another Saturday launch. This time it is beanies. We got blue ones and green ones with the little RAR monster on the back. These things are super hype, and Team RAR has been launching new products every single Saturday, so we have a bunch of stuff available, including this hat, this shirt, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you haven't been to teamrar.com yet, make sure you go check it out at the end of this video. So here is what we know. My Lamborghini got vandalized last night around 3:45 a.m. I really do think that the person who did this is someone that we know. So here are my list of suspects: Liz, Phil, Ryan, Matt, and Stove. And of course, all of this happened at the Team RAR house. So let's see how this all connects together. Let's start with suspect number 1, Lizzie Capri. We know that she has a connection with the Lamborghini because she's the only other person that has driven it before. Of course, she has a connection with the Team RAR house because she comes over almost every day. She also has a connection with spray paint cans because she talked about painting the Lambo the exact colors it got painted the day before it happened. Oh yeah, and she also has a pretty strong connection with me because we used to date and we broke up, so she is my ex-girlfriend. And you know how crazy ex-girlfriends can get. Given all the clues and evidence I have right now, that gives Liz 4 different connections to the scene of the crime, and she also does not have a legit alibi. All right guys, time to go find Liz and question her. Liz?
What?
Here you are. Liz? Liz?
What?
Come on. I need to talk to you.
About what?
Just come on. It's very important.
Lizzie.
Thank you for coming in, Liz. As you know, last night at 3:45 a.m., my Lamborghini got vandalized with spray paint. The colors blue and pink were both used during this vandalization. And yesterday, if you remember correctly, as we were vlogging, you talked about painting a Lamborghini blue and pink.
If I had my own Lambo, I would paint it like pink and blue.
Sound suspicious?
No, I said that if I had my own Lamborghini, I would paint it pink and blue.
Yeah, but you don't have your Lambo, so you painted mine! Haha!
No, why would I paint your Lambo?
Because you don't have one, so you wanted to paint mine.
But I don't have any motives to do that. So you really think that I snuck over at 3 a.m. when normally I'm sleeping, and I climbed your fence, even though I have a key to it, just to spray paint your Lambo and then run away?
Well, who can vouch for your alibi? No one?
Well, no one lives with me.
You live alone, so how is anyone gonna back that up? That seems really suspicious, Liz.
Okay, well, you don't even have any proof that it was me, so why are you coming so down on me so hard?
I have security camera footage of the person who did it, Liz. I see you. Caught you red-handed with those spray paint cans.
You need to get out of my face because I'm innocent until you have any evidence, any hard evidence, until you can prove that I'm guilty.
I know it was you, Liz, and I will prove it.
Me.
Mark my words. I will find out who ruined my Lamborghini. Suspect number 2 is Phil. He has a connection with the Timar house because he lives here. He has a connection with the Lamborghini because he's ridden in it before and he says it's too loud and he does not like it. And he also has a connection with the security footage because he is the one that set up the entire security system for this house. So that gives Phil 3 connections to the scene of the crime. Let's go interview him. Let's go find Phil. I think he's upstairs. Phil, are you in there? Hiding out in his room in the middle of the day? Seems kind of suspicious if you ask me.
Oh,
Was your door locked?
no?
Well, can you step into my into the studio? I need to ask you some questions about the events that happened last night. Come on, let's go. All right, Phil, thank you for coming in. I have a few questions. Is
Okay.
it true that the Lamborghini is your least favorite car that we own?
Yeah, it's not very practical.
Is it true that you also set up the security system for the Timar house?
Yes, I was the one to set that up.
And that is also the same security system that caught this crime in action.
Yeah, so couldn't have been me then?
Interesting. Okay. Is it true that you live here?
Yeah, you just got me to my room.
Okay, well, good. I just want it on the record. So you live at the house, which means you were probably here last night at 3:45 a.m. during the same time of which the Lamborghini got vandalized, which makes it look like you very well may have vandalized the Lambo.
I don't understand how it could be me.
Why? You were here last night, you live here, and you do not like the Lambo? It seems like you might have spray painted it.
What are you talking about? We just both saw the security footage. Like, the guy clearly came out from outside, messed around with the Lambo, and then left. I mean, I was inside the whole time. I don't even leave the house.
Interesting. Okay.
You know I don't leave the house. Like,
That is true. You never leave the house, especially at 3:45 a.m. And this person did come, vandalize, and then leave. Okay, that's a pretty strong point of evidence. I think our questioning is over. Thank you. You're free to leave. After questioning Phil, even though he has a few strong connections to the scene of the crime, he does have a very strong alibi. Because of this, I am actually going to cross him off the list of suspects. He lives at the house. He never leaves. There's no way he would have came to the house, vandalized the car, and left. It just doesn't make sense. And guys, if you think I'm going crazy and I'm out of my mind, well, I am. I'm stuck in quarantine. I got nothing better to do, and I'm gonna be doing this detective work until I figure this out, and you guys watching can help me. My next suspect is Ryan Prunty. He has a very strong connection with the Lambo because he almost won the car in the Last to Leave Lambo video, but he didn't. He lost at the very end, and he said this.
I can't believe that I didn't win that car. It should absolutely be mine, but it doesn't matter because I'm coming back and I'm gonna steal it.
Furthermore, since quarantine, he has been coming over to the Timar house occasionally, so I know that he's been leaving his house. He also has a strong connection to the spray paint cans because I know that he's done some hydro dipping videos. And lastly, he does ultimately fit the description of the security footage. So let's give him a call and ask him some questions.
Yo, whoa, what am I looking at? You have the little lean-in you just did right there?
right, Ryan, it's time to cut it out. It's time to get serious. As you probably know, last night around 3:45 a.m., my Lamborghini got vandalized, and I want to know what you know about that.
I don't know anything about that. Are you accusing me of destroying your car right now?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Ryan. I am going through interrogations and trying to get to the bottom of this, and you are the next suspect on my list. And
Who
you
have
are
talked to
acting.
already?
You're
There's
act.
literally no way it was me.
You're being so defensive right now. That is very suspect, if you ask me. Where were you last night at 3:45 a.m.?
I probably fell asleep at 3 a.m. Knocked
Suspiciously close to 3:45, huh? So Ryan, the reason why you are on my suspect list is because you have multiple connections to the scene of the crime. One of which is you have a connection with the Lamborghini, and that was because the last sleeve Lamborghini video, you almost won, but you didn't, and you're really upset. At the end of that video, you said you were going to steal the Lambo.
I'm gonna steal it. I promise you, that car will be my car.
Wait, yeah, I didn't. But don't you still have the car?
Yeah, I do.
Car with me. I didn't steal it.
Yeah, but you did the next best thing, which was to vandalize it. You also have a connection to the spray paint that was left at the scene of the crime because you have done hydro dip videos, so I know you're capable of spray painting. Unless you can validate your alibi, you're looking very suspect.
I can't. I swear. I was like watching a movie. Yo, Zach. We were watching a movie till like 3 in the morning. You hear that? That's my roommate. You retired past that. Yeah. I remember. You were grumpy. You were like, I'm going. Okay, I don't know if I was grumpy.
Okay, well, fine.
That's an alibi.
That's pretty okay. There's some solid evidence there. I will give you that, but I will get back to you. All right. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
You're not off the hook. You're not proven innocent until. You're guilty until proven innocent. Gotta go by. So the recap with Ryan is that he is very suspicious, and honestly, he was just denying it over and over again. I could just tell and see how guilty he felt on his face. However, he did have a legitimate alibi. Unless he's getting his friends to vouch for him, unless they were helpful, I think he might be off the hook, but I'm just not sure. Next, I'm going to be questioning Stove. He has a connection to spray paint cans because he does a lot of hydro dipping, and I think he's also came to my house and stole my shoes and hydro dipped them, so I know he's capable of stealing and spray painting my property. And I think he can easily fit the description of the person in the security footage. Let's give him a call and see what he has to say. Doesn't pick up. Interesting. Oh.
Hello?
Hey, Stove.
What's up?
So I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, okay. It's like an interrogation or something?
It's a little bit of yeah, exactly. It's exactly what this is. So I'm sure you know of the events that happened last night at 3:45 a.m. where my Lamborghini got vandalized.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Do you have like proof?
I have video proof of the person who did it, and it looks like that person could be you.
No, I don't. I haven't left my apartment in like weeks. There's no way that could have been me.
So when was the last time you left your apartment?
It's an embarrassing answer, but it's been like for like a month and a half.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Is it true that you've done hydro dip videos before?
Yeah.
Well, is it true that you've snuck over to my house, stole my Yeezys, and hydro dipped them without me knowing?
No comment.
And could the Lamborghini be the next video that you're filming where you hydro dip or spray paint my Lamborghini?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. I have no idea.
Stove, you're acting very suspicious all of a sudden. You started with a strong alibi from being in quarantine, but now it's starting to sound like you're up to something over there.
I promise I have not left my apartment, and I did hydro dip a lot though. So.
Stove, is it true that your car is both blue and pink?
Yeah. What?
Interesting. Okay, that is all. That's all the questioning I need. A lot more connections just popped into my head about Stove. And last but not least on our suspect list is Matt. And, well, as you can see, I couldn't figure out how to connect him to any of the clues and evidence that I found. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and cross him off the list. But I am aware that sometimes the most innocent people are actually the ones that are guilty. After questioning all the suspects, I have a lot of evidence and clues that I think that we have 3 strong suspects of who it could be. And that would be Liz, Ryan, and Stove. Now, for Ryan and Stove, and there's a lot of evidence that shows that they could have done it, Ryan does have an alibi. Now, maybe he has his friends vouching for him, I don't know, but at least he has something for it. Now, Stove, you know, he's been home alone and he has not even come to the house at all, so I also think that's a pretty legit alibi, although I can't fully write that one off. Now, Liz, on the other hand, has been coming to the house a lot, and she has absolutely no alibi of any kind. She also has a lot of reasons to want to paint that car because she's the only one that can drive it, and I don't always let her drive it, and so she gets upset with me. Just yesterday, she also talked about spray painting her Lamborghini, which she doesn't have, pink and blue, the same colors used on my Lambo. And she's also pranked me before with my Lambo. What is this?
Post-it.
Yeah.
You stuck it all over my car?
And let's not forget that I've also spray painted her car with washable paint, but she didn't know that at the time.
Oh, dude. She's not going to be happy about this.
And also the spray paint cans found on the scene of the crime were the same ones that she used in a video not too long ago.
Him hydro dip the bikini.
I'm going bikini bottom. So given all of this evidence, I think it's pretty clear that Liz is undeniably guilty and she definitely did it. So let's go confront Liz and see if she will admit to the crime. All right, Liz, thank you for coming. As my investigation shows, is there is undeniable evidence that you are the one that painted my car, and I want to know why, and I also want you to admit that you did it.
Carter, I didn't do it.
Liz, there is so much evidence between the spray paint cans being used to you talking about painting the car, to me painting your car, you pranking my Lambo, you wanting a Lambo. There is just so much undeniable evidence. You have no alibi. You have nothing that shows that that it wasn't you. This person painting the car right there has to be you. There's no other way.
Wait, let me see the footage.
Liz, this person is you. It even looks like you, and you're just walking away.
Wait. Pause. That person is not me, Carter.
How could you prove that? If you can somehow prove that it's not you, then I'll believe it. But otherwise, it looks like it's probably you. And all the other evidence says that you would paint my Lambo pink and blue. You even said it yesterday.
Well, I don't even think I could reach the top of the gate like that. Carter, I'm not that tall. You know that.
Okay, well, there's only one way to prove it. If we can prove that that person's taller than you, and then it's not you. But honestly, I know it's you. But
I'm gonna go outside.
Let's run the security footage again and see what Liz looks like when she tries to climb over, and we'll compare it with this footage.
I just can't believe you don't even trust me.
Liz, I want to trust you, but there's just too much evidence. The security camera's running, and we're going to compare the footage of that person climbing the fence to Liz. So start over here, just exactly how you did it last night.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything last night.
All right, so now walk across. Wait, let me get out of front. All right, so now walk just like you did last night.
Look.
Okay.
Look.
All right, now
I can't even reach.
Yeah, you can. Okay, now climb
Barely.
over. Now put your foot up and climb a little bit.
Carter, I have the tippy toe. The person in the video, his head was like up to here. It had to be a guy because they're so tall.
Okay, well I'm gonna go in and check that footage side by side. So now that we have both pieces of footage, the one of Liz today and of the person last night, we can compare them side by side to see if that person last night was in fact Liz or not. Now, if these people look significantly different, that will be evidence enough to prove that Liz was not the one who spray painted the Lamborghini. So let's line the footage up. Let's change the one to today to black and white to make it look like it was filmed at night. And let's play them side by side and see how similar they are. So here are the two people walking, and so far it honestly looks quite similar. So here the person reaches up and tries to grab the top of the gate, and it's pretty easy. And here's Liz trying to grab the top of the gate. And you can kind of see Liz really has to reach far to reach the top, which is really starting to show the height difference between the person last night and Liz. So unless Liz was wearing stilts or something last night, I think that this might be evidence that it wasn't her. Wow guys, we are back to the drawing board, and given the evidence of the security cam footage, it actually proves that that person could not be Liz because the one person last night was way taller than Liz. So as crazy as this sounds, I had to cross Liz off of the suspect list. So now that really only leaves me with two suspects left, which would be Ryan and Stove. Both of them do have things that connect them to the scene of the crime, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging and research to figure out who actually did this. And guys, if you enjoyed this video and you wanna continue to help me out to figure out who spray painted the Lamborghini, please turn on post notifications, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video, and also comment down below any other clues that I am missing, any other facts that I'm not seeing here that will help me solve this mystery. And I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Peace.